Sports fans, welcome to yet another incredible, exciting episode of the Golden Score Show with Adelani Ogunrinade. As usual, I have a secret to tell you. The Golden Score Show is about to start right about now. Get ready for yet another electrifying show. Yeah. Welcome back to the Golden Score Show. Now let's start with the news making headlines this evening. Making headlines, Manchester United stun City rivals. Liverpool's terrible slump continues. Bale and Kane inspire Spurs with an amazing victory. Xhaka apologizes to Arsenal fans after howler. And Karim Benzema scores late equalizer in Madrid derby. Now, let's start with the Manchester derby. Now, Manchester United stunned City rivals. Manchester United brought Manchester City sequence of 21 successive victories to a crashing halt with an impressive 2-0 derby victory at Etihad Stadium. Bruno Fernandes scored from the penalty spot before left-back Luke Shaw secured all 3 points in the 50th minute. In other news, Liverpool's terrible slump continues. Fulham recorded their first win at Anfield since 2012, while champions Liverpool continued their struggle to finish in the top 4 after another uninspired performance at home. They lost 1-0. In more EPL news, Bale and Kane inspire Spurs win. On loan, Real Madrid forward Gareth Bale rolled back the years after opening the scoring in their match against Crystal Palace with a top goal. Now, Kane's cross, and then he headed a superb second from another assist from the England forward Harry Kane. Harry Kane also scored twice to inspire Tottenham to their third consecutive Premier League win. Staying in the EPL, Xhaka apologizes to Arsenal fans after howler. Granit Xhaka has issued an apology on social media for his embarrassing mistake which cost Arsenal a potential 3 points at Turf Moor. The Swiss midfielder gifted Burnley the most bizarre of equalizers with an error following a complete mix-up between him and goalkeeper Bernard Leno. Now, Arsenal were leading 1-0 through a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang goal. The game ended 1 apiece. Moving on to the derby action in Spain, Karim Benzema scores late equalizer in Madrid derby. Karim Benzema scored a late equalizer as Real Madrid prevented City rivals Atletico Madrid from moving 5 points clear at the top of La Liga. Now, Luis Suarez scored the opener with Kieran Trippier creating on his return from a 10-week ban for betting. Now, Atletico are 3 points clear of Barcelona and 5 ahead of their City rivals who are in third place, Real Madrid. That was my news for today. I will be back with analysis by our guest. I have a special guest in the studio. Don't let me tell you who he is. Just keep watching the Golden Score Show. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to the Golden Score Show right here on Non-Field Flicks. Remember to subscribe and smash that like button. Now, I told you we would find him here on the Golden Score Show. That's right, our special guest today, Emmanuel Ogunrinade. Welcome back.
Adelani, thank you so much for having me. And to the viewers out there, once again, it is a pleasure for me to be before you.
All right. Well, Emmanuel Ogunrinade and I are dressed in black. Liverpool fans, I know you're wondering why. Well, we're mourning the loss of your 3 points to Fulham this weekend. It was quite bizarre.
It was. It really was. And we spoke about this, you know. And Liverpool, this is beyond repair. It's beyond the injuries that a lot of people are complaining about. It is, we've seen right now that it's a club that is in crisis. And even though the coach is trying to hide it, he doesn't want to come out and say everything is not okay with the team. But we all know this is a Liverpool that won the Premier League in style. This is a Liverpool that won the Champions League. This is a Liverpool that the quality and the top players in the team were playing week in, week out, and they were performing. But all of a sudden, we see a Liverpool going down, losing 6 straight matches at home. I mean, come on. This is, for the first time in the history of a club, you know, this is not, it's not normal. So you look at it and one can't help but feel sorry for the coach because of what he's going through right now.
Is it time to let the coach go?
And no, I don't think that. I don't think the Liverpool board will decide that, because at the end of the day, you need to look at what the guy has done for Liverpool as a club. He gave them one of their most prized and precious gift, which is the Premier League, something that they were looking for so many years. In over 29 years, they were unable to win it. The likes of Gerrard were there as the quality players that they were. They could not win the Premier League, and now this coach came in. The first season, he did not win it. The second season, he was building. The third season, he started winning. And he won the Premier League, won the Champions League. So I think every Liverpool fan out there will want him to stay and make sure that he rectify whatever mistake that is happening at Liverpool.
Yes, you know, it's a results-driven business. So if he keeps losing, Liverpool might be forced to let him go. And the club's going to be in decline, really. We've seen from Arsenal, Manchester United, it's never really a good idea to sack your main man.
No, it's not a good idea, especially if you have a coach that has built and brings so much joy to the club. I mean, we're not going to dwell in the past. The past is the past. He achieved a lot in the past, but we're talking about what is happening right now, which is winning matches, and that is not happening.
So say Liverpool get rid of Klopp, any manager you think would fit the role well?
There are speculations here and there about Gerrard being the one to replace him.
Gerrard.
Steven, you know, he just recently won the Scottish League with Rangers, which is a very good thing for a young coach who is just coming up, you know. So I think, but for me, I feel it will be too early, too soon for him to come to Liverpool. You know, I would like him to stay there, get like 3 to 4 years experience before he will be considered. But if you look at it right now, there are only few coaches that one can actually name to replace him. So that's what I'm saying. Liverpool, they're not going to fire Klopp. They will stay with them.
Well, let's see what happens with that Liverpool story. Definitely not rosy times at Anfield. Now, let's move on to that Manchester derby. Now, Emmanuel Ogunrinade got his predictions horribly wrong, but we're not going to talk about that, really.
No, but you also need to look at the things that said leading to that prediction. The prediction was that Manchester City were going to win it 2-1, right? That was what I said. And I say that Manchester United are not going to lose to Manchester City. It's going to be a very difficult one. Both teams are going to be motivated to play because they are neighbors. This is a derby game, a derby that we all know that is usually strong. And judging from their previous meetings, you understand that Manchester City are actually struggling to beat Manchester United in recent times.
Well, you know, so for the fans watching at home, I would like you to do something. I would like you to go back to the show on Friday and listen to everything Emmanuel Ogunrinade said on that show. And watch this show and see whether we can trust him again with another prediction.
Obviously,
but we'll give him another try.
No, obviously they're going to trust me. What I said, I still maintain, and I reiterate what I said. I said earlier that the game on Friday, I predicted Man City winning 2-1, and I say to you this. These were my reasons. This was what I said. I said the fact is that Manchester City, they're in form, and with the way they are playing right now, one will say that it's going to be a one-sided game. But coming from the Manchester United, the bragging right that everybody want to have in that city, everybody will not want to lose to the next person.
So did we see a Ole masterclass, or did we see Manchester City deciding to go on a pre-season holiday, given their position on top of the league?
Come on, there's nothing there like masterclass. There was he didn't do anything spectacular that you would say this was a masterclass. No, master plan, right? No. There's nothing like that. Look, Manchester City have gone 21 games unbeaten. 21 games, winning 21 games, right? We all know that run will come to an end.
So the players really just wanted to relax on a Sunday.
No, they were not relaxing. They were playing their normal game. Unfortunately, they played against a team that will not just back down for them. Look, Manchester United, like you said, they went there with a plan. But the plan was not why they won the game. Their determination to win. You understand? It has nothing to do with the coach and his tactical approach and all. No, it has nothing to do with that. It was about the players' determination. From day one, the tempo of the game was set by the players. The players made sure that they pressed City from the beginning to the end. You know, so if Manchester United, yes, a strong team, in recent times has not been doing very well, but winning against Manchester City, to me, it's not a surprise.
Wow, what was surprising in that game, I will tell you, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. An interesting stat. Did you know that no Manchester City player managed to dribble past him in the whole game?
You see, when things like this happen, we're going to bring stats, and we're going to talk about things that favor the players. But how about the smaller teams that he has been playing against, that he has been humiliated a lot of times? You know, so let's look at it. That's what I'm saying. I said to you last week that...
But still, rumor has it Wan-Bissaka might still end up behind bars for putting Raheem Sterling in his back pocket.
No, Adelani, come on. There was nothing special about that game, trust me. There was nothing special. And I'm not saying this because I feel I'm not giving credit to Manchester United. They played. They played very well. They deserved the win.
Okay, let's move on to other topics. We saw the return of Gareth Bale. He was explosive. I'm not sure whether I explained it properly earlier in the news because I was talking about this game, and Gareth Bale scored twice. He scored 2 goals. Can we say Gareth Bale was back, or is he just luck, what we've been seeing from Gareth Bale?
When you talk about he is back, it's almost as if he wasn't playing and then he started playing. The guy went through a horrible time, injuries, and also lack of confidence, and not having a coach that would trust him. One thing about players is that if you have somebody who believes so very much in you, somebody who will give you the opportunity to express yourself as a player, you're able to do it. And you have seen this guy prove it when he was in Tottenham in his first stint with Tottenham. Then going to Real Madrid also. You know, in Real Madrid, he won a lot of trophies. He is an established player. Do you see him
going back to Real Madrid?
I mean, it's possible. But right now, talking about him coming back at Tottenham, you have a coach in Jose Mourinho. That is a very good coach. He has a record of wherever he goes to, he makes sure that the players are scoring for him. In as much as a lot of people will tag him the negative guy with the boring tactics, a guy who just want to defend and all that.
Mr. Pack the boss.
You know, and all that. But he has been one coach that strikers have scored goals under him more than any other coach in Premier League.
Definitely.
Do you know that Tottenham scored 100 goals under Jose Mourinho this season? The only team to beat that record is Bayern Munich with 106 goals. The second in the top European leagues. So when you look at a coach like that and you're playing under a coach like that, all you need is for that coach to just trust and allow you to express yourself. And we're seeing that with Bale right now.
All right. Well, Tottenham, they still look like they could make the top 4.
It's possible.
Let's see whether Gareth Bale can get them there. Now, moving on to another controversial player. Bale is a bit controversial. Xhaka definitely is controversial for Arsenal fans. Now, is Xhaka a liability to Arsenal? Because we saw the mistake he made. But at the same time, the coaches keep choosing him because of his fitness levels, apparently. But he keeps making mistakes in an Arsenal shirt.
Mistakes are inevitable, Adelani. As a human being, whatever it is that you choose, whatever profession you choose, you're going to make mistakes, and we can see that with footballers. There's no exception to anybody, and he making mistakes.
Here on the Golden Score Show, we don't make mistakes.
Listen,
really.
the coach choose the guy because the guy, yes, like you said, his fitness level, and also the leadership quality that he's displaying.
But is it good leadership?
He is
to cost your team points.
No. Look, John Terry caused a lot of. John Terry made us not to win the Champions League in Russia, in Moscow, if you remember. In the last penalty, everything was on him for him to give us the Champions League. He lost that penalty, and we lost in the final against Manchester United. That is not going to take away the fact that
Ibadwa doesn't look like it's forgiving John Terry.
no, you're not going to take away the fact that he is a legend of the club and he has given his all to the club. So because of that mistake, you're not going to take that away from him. So let's not talk about this guy making mistakes. That mistake was a terrible mistake that no player, of that quality should make that mistake. But hey, he's a human being.
He's a human
You can't
being.
kill him for making a mistake.
He's a human being at the end of the day, Arsenal fans. According to Akura Ada, do not kill him, especially on social media, because social media.
You're gonna see people. Obviously, a lot of people are going to crucify him for that mistake because he denied the team when the team needed him most. He was supposed to.
But he's definitely one player that gets a lot of abuse on social media for like his on-field antics. And hey, fans out there, remember that it's just a game, and these players are human beings. Let's just enjoy the beautiful game and stay away from the abuse on social media, because I promise you, if they put any of us in Arsenal or Chelsea shirts and we have to run out there and do what these players do, we will be embarrassing our families and friends.
I will kill myself there.
Yeah. So let's be patient with the teams and the players we love.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to the Spanish derby.
Yeah.
Luis Suarez thankfully wasn't caught biting anybody, misbehaving. He was doing what he does best. He scored a goal. Karim Benzema also scored. What was your impression of that derby?
It wasn't as entertaining as one would expect it to be. Talking about when you watch a Clasico, everybody will see that, okay, it's going to be entertaining, obviously because Messi is there and it's Real Madrid and Barcelona. But the game, it was a very a game with so much high tempo and
high
intensity with so much to talk about. Talking about that man, Luis Suarez, Barcelona made a terrible mistake in my view, letting him go. He was not supposed to leave Barcelona, at least not now, that they needed him most. And he's doing it in Atletico. If Atletico win the Spanish league, they are winning because of that guy's experience. And bringing that experience to the derby was something that they were looking for. Unfortunately for him, they were unable to get a 3-point, all thanks to another legend that people don't talk about, Karim Benzema. The guy is good. He has been doing it year in, year out, and media don't pay so much attention to him, because he's not a player who have this lovable character and all that. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have that charisma that a lot of people want to obviously follow. But he is that guy who is carrying the responsibility of making sure that Madrid stays in the top 4 in the Spanish league, and it was a beautiful game.
Okay, you're looking forward to Chelsea and Everton tonight?
I'm looking forward to it. Even though it's a difficult game, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Do you want to predict the score?
Are you still trying to put me in the tight corner now? No, it's going to be it's a game of two high-flying teams, the teams that are doing very well in the league right now. Richarlison is somebody that I'm very scared of, but we also have a team that is good. The players believe in themselves now. After Liverpool match, the coach was was so happy to point praising the players. When they were giving him the credit, he said, no, it's not me, it's about the players. And that is what you want to hear from your leaders. When a leader say to you that it's not me, it's my team that is making this happen, rather than the leader taking credit for himself, that is going to make the players mess you up. So he came out and he said that the players are to be praised for these achievements. Yes. And the players will want to give more to win. So I see Chelsea not losing at Stamford Bridge. We've not lost, played 25 games against Everton unbeaten.
Okay.
25 games there, 15 of those games we won. You don't want to hear the stats.
He's running away from scorelines now.
No, I see Chelsea winning this one 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on the Golden Score show, we'll decide on Wednesday whether to give Emmanuel Akura-Adao another chance to predict, or he must retire finally from predicting score lines. Well, that wraps up another exciting episode of the Golden Score Show with me, Adelani Ogunrinade. Make sure that you tune in again on Wednesday for another electrifying show. Yeah.